Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, Sacred Geography, and Shinrin Yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Wednesday, December 6th, 9 p.m. Mountain Time 2023. An extremely rare Betelgeuse Occultation by asteroid 319 Leona will happen on the 12th of December, and we'll provide links for the live stream as Marapi volcano in western Sumatra continues to puff and pass. The death toll now rises to 23 as the last body has been recovered from the eruption. Keep calm. It's boom time. Now, we did have a few big booms today, multiple mass shootings across the country. Shane James, 34, was arrested and charged with capital murder after 6 were killed and 2 police officers injured across Austin, Texas, and San Antonio over the course of 8 hours. And then shortly after, a UNLV shooting, at least 3 killed on a Las Vegas campus, and the shooter took his own life. Clearly, the world is going mad, and it could have something to do with the weather. In fact, the Northwest, a wet pattern will continue in the weekend with heavy flooding. And Western Washington here, weather updates, what to know as the rain and flooding continues. There are free sandbags for residents in flood-prone areas. We do have rivers cresting and debris all over the ground. Here, Snow County are jumping into Project Stanwood from flooding. So multiple rivers are cresting at this moment, and the rain, well, is relentless. It is not ending anytime soon. And up to 18 inches of snow could hit some of Colorado peaks, 7 inches of Denver by Saturday morning, as a massive weekend storm will pack a punch for millions in the eastern half of the U.S. once it leaves Denver. From gusty winds to dangerous thunderstorms and even snow, a massive storm will affect 180 million people in the eastern half of the United States this weekend. And that will begin Saturday with heavy rain from Houston all the way up to Detroit, moving east, with the low pressure center just north of Jackson, Mississippi. And by Sunday and Sunday night, we'll see some mixing all over the Great Lakes region, as well as heavy snow on the back end and chilly winds following on the back of this storm as it moves off the coast. And a slight chance of severe thunderstorms on Saturday for the southeast here. We're talking Louisiana, eastern Texas, the next of the Schmexis, and Arkansas. So heads up. All the links will be below. A quick round of snow and flurries could make for a slick commute in south and central PA, maybe dipping all the way down into southeastern PA and the suburbs of Philadelphia. Let's take a look at the forecast. Heavy precipitation continues for the Northwest. Warmer temperatures for the center of the nation. An atmospheric river of heavy precipitation, strong winds, and high surf continues for the northwest portion of the country. Meanwhile, warming temperatures are expected for the center of the nation, where several record highs are in the forecast. Looking ahead into the weekend, a strong cold front is expected to sweep through the eastern two-thirds of the country, eliminating the record highs. They will be eliminated with heavy rain and thunderstorms making its way east like a beast. Here is the snowfall totals for the last 48 hours. Just a smattering of snow up here in the northeast. Look at this. It is the southern coast of Maine that's picking up the most, 6 to 8 inches in some areas there. And big winter chicken dinner, the Cascades, over the last 2 days picking up 1 to 2 feet in many areas. And, well, more snow is on the way. Let's take a look at the GFS model. Here we are over at the GFS model. Remember when Al Gore said there would be no more snow? Ho, ho, ho. Shut up, Al. Get in your hole. Oh, my goodness. Let's walk this baby through because there is going to be snow. Here is snow just through Friday. Heavy snow moving down through the Sierras from the Cascades through Oregon, all the way down the Sierras and pumping all the way into Wyoming as it dips south into the Four Corners region by the beginning of the weekend. Here is Saturday and Sunday. Take a look at that. What a fun day. Huge amounts of accumulation within the next 7 days. And another system will be moving into the northeast like a beast, bringing heavy snow to West Virginia, the high elevation of the Adirondacks, northern Vermont, it appears. And take a look at the Well, the forecast models moving forward. Heavy snow for the southern Appalachians well before Christmas. It's going to be a white Christmas for many, and these models are far out, so we could see a white Christmas for almost all the states in the U.S. Stay tuned for more updates. Now, 14 people were injured when an Emirates flight was hit by turbulence, so severe that some passengers hit the ceiling. And we've been seeing more and more stories about this type of turbulence in our upper atmosphere. An Emirates A380 flight from Australia to Dubai encountered severe turbulence. Several passengers were injured, with 14 receiving medical attention per the Daily Mail. One user said they twice hit the ceiling, which was left cracked. Holy macaroni. That was a heck of a flight. Seismic update. Most recent quake of 5.0 in Indonesia at just 10 kilometers. And aftershocks continue in the Philippines region. No other quakes of note. Some enhanced activity up here in the Alaska Peninsula. So we'll keep a close eye on that for you. But nothing significant to report on as we get to Kilauea volcano update for Tuesday, December 5th. This is following the 5.1 earthquake that rattled the Big Island yesterday. Kilauea volcano is not erupting, and scientists say there has been no detectable changes in activity following Monday evening's magnitude 5.1 quake. This quake was on the south flank Pali system. Low levels of seismicity continue in the southwest rift zone at the summit and upper east rift zone. The USGS volcano alert remains at advisory, and no unusual activity has been noted along the middle and lower sections of Kilauea's east rift zone. So, good news, no imminent eruption, just some major seismic activity throwing a monkey wrench into the game. As Marapi, the dangerous 50,000-foot explosion that happened days ago. Following the massive explosion from the volcano on the 3rd of December, there were 11 fatalities confirmed, and now that has unfortunately jumped up quite a bit to 23. And the last body recovered from Mount Marapi eruption has left the volcano.
At least 23 people are now confirmed dead on the slopes of an erupting volcano in Indonesia. Mount Marapi spewed a fresh cloud of hot ash into the air on Tuesday as searchers recovered what they believe to be the last body at the site. A group of about 75 hikers was caught by surprise when searing ash exploded from the volcano on Sunday. 52 were rescued after the initial eruption, but the others did not survive. The eruption also left nearby towns and villages just blanketed in ash. Marapi is one of more than 120 active volcanoes in Indonesia, and it's known for sudden eruptions that are pretty difficult to predict.
Our hearts and prayers go out to those affected in the spontaneous eruption at Marapi. Again, very little warning for those hikers. The good news is that 2/3 of them did survive. Iwo Jima volcano in Japan, northern arm of the islands, extends as eruptions continue, violent phreomagmatic ones. And in fact, here we're looking at an explosive eruption at the new volcano island as it resumes. Let's take a look and read all about it. The explosive eruption at the new volcano is resuming. Minor Surtsian explosions continue to take place at the eruption site and gradually shape the island. We do have some footage of that and some of the morphology involved. Take a look at that. You can see the island changing shape as the volcanic activity develops it. This is the newest above sea level land on Earth. How do you like them apples? Worldwide volcano news update. Not much going on worldwide. I can just bring this back here. Let's take a look. It appears as if there's normal activity. Semeru to 14,000. Nevada de Ruiz, 23,000. We've got Krakatoa to 7,000. Those ongoing explosions continuing. Sabancaya to 24. Nevada de Ruiz, 21,000. Popo to 20. Normal activity, nothing spectacular except what we highlighted. Space weather news update. The sun has been flaring. Low-level M flares have been occurring over the last 24 hours. None producing any coronal mass ejections of any significance. No significant coronal holes. We are at solar max, and the sun is quite, well, embarrassingly weak. KP should be at 2 for the next 3 days. Now, the big blink out coming soon. One of our brightest stars in the night sky will disappear on December 12th. Whew. Is this part of the prophecy? Probably not. It's a very rare event. It's the extremely rare Betelgeuse Occultation by asteroid 319 Leona. The online event on the 12th of December of 2023 will be streamed live here at Virtual Telescope Project 2.0. We'll link you there, and we will link you to the virtual online live stream of the occultation. Now, we've been waiting for years. Now the time has come. On the 12th of December, 2023, asteroid 319 Leona will be between us and the star Betelgeuse, Alpha Orionis, occulting it for a few seconds. Of course, Betelgeuse is very far away, and this alignment being only a matter of perspective. But the results will be mind-blowing, and it will be streamed live at the link we provide. Now, over half of the solar facilities' loss claims costs are due to hail damage. So if you're thinking of going solar as a preparedness measure for the future and maybe a grid down scenario, if you're in one of these red zones, bad news. Let's take a look. This is not where you want to have solar. Any of the yellow or red zones is a bad place to be prepping using solar because the risk is relatively to very high. And many people that claim to be in preparedness communities like Observer Ranch are in one of these terrible regions. Now, you can protect your solar arrays in these high-risk areas using wire mesh in the form of hardware cloth. And that can be mounted in front of your panels or above the panels in some type of wooden box cage. This would prevent any hail of any size from ever reaching your panels. This will reduce the efficiency of your panels by 3 to 5%, but is well worth it and could be a consideration if you're in a high-risk area. So take the warnings and take heed. Over half of solar facility loss claims are coming from hail damage, which is not good news in a grid down scenario. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video as we are shadow banned. We need your help to grow. Become a Patreon, support the work we do, and watch all of our content commercial free in one place. And be safe. We love you. And that is a boom to knowledge.